From Di Maria's family being held hostage to another player vanishing without a trace, these are some of the scariest and most shocking moments in football history. In 2019, during a Premier League clash, Tottenham's Son Heung-min challenged Everton's Andre Gomes from behind.
His foot has turned completely the other way. Son himself is pretty upset by it. In an awful injury for Andre Gomes.
The impact was accidental, but Gomes' foot twisted in a gruesome way, leaving fans, players, and Son himself in absolute shock. Son immediately broke down in tears, knowing he never meant to cause such harm. Yet the image of Gomes lying in agony remains one of the most chilling injuries in modern football. But shocking injuries are not the only frightening part of the game. In February 2007, Chelsea's legendary captain John Terry nearly lost his life on the pitch. It was the League Cup final against Arsenal, and in the 56th minute, Terry went in for a challenge and ended up swallowing his tongue. Suddenly, he was unable to breathe, leaving everyone in the stadium horrified. Fortunately, medical staff acted quickly, saving his life on the field and allowing him to leave the hospital just a day later. That incident was a reminder of how fast things can go wrong, even for world-class athletes. Sometimes, though, danger strikes outside the stadium. In 2019, Arsenal stars Mesut Özil and Sead Kolasinac were targeted in London by armed criminals while out for lunch. Özil's wife had already gotten into their luxury car, leaving Kolasinac outside when two masked attackers appeared with knives. Instead of running, Kolasinac fearlessly confronted them, protecting Özil and his wife. He fought off the criminals, risking his own life in the process. That act of bravery earned him admiration worldwide, showing that sometimes footballers become heroes far away from the pitch. Another football icon who came dangerously close to tragedy is Cristiano Ronaldo. Back in 2009, while driving one of his luxury sports cars to training in Manchester, Ronaldo lost control of the vehicle. The car smashed into a barrier and was left nearly unrecognizable, resembling the aftermath of a Hollywood crash scene.
An action movie and is reminiscent of the images in Paris where Princess Diana lost her life. But this car belongs to perhaps the best-known footballer in the world, Manchester United's Cristiano Ronaldo.
This after he crashed into a metal barrier in a tunnel near Manchester Airport at around 10 o'clock this morning.
Miraculously, Ronaldo walked away without a single scratch. Considering the impact, many called it nothing short of a miracle that one of the greatest players of all time escaped unharmed. For others, fate has been far more cruel. Tom Lockyer, Luton Town's captain, shocked the football world in 2023 when he collapsed during a playoff final. Just minutes into the game, Lockyer's heart went into an irregular rhythm and he collapsed on the pitch. Thankfully, medical staff saved his life.
First and foremost, how are you?
No, I'm doing well. Yeah, no, thanks for asking. It's been a mad week or so, but yeah, I've had the all clear yesterday, and I'm all good moving forward.
Though cleared to return, tragedy struck again just months later in December 2023 when Lockyer collapsed once more in a Premier League match. This time, his heart completely stopped.
The agonising moment, Luton's captain collapsed after 59 minutes. Luton and Bournemouth players called for help. Medics rushed on to treat the 29-year-old. As fans from both teams watched on in anguish at Bournemouth's Vitality Stadium.
And it's one of those situations where we all just hope for the best.
They chanted the Welsh defender's name and applauded as he was carried off.
And he was clinically dead for nearly 3 minutes before being revived. Doctors later implanted a special device in his chest to monitor and restart his heart if necessary. Against all odds, Lockyer has remained determined to continue.
It sits in there, as you can see, it's and then there's a wire that runs across here and then up to the heart in case it ever needs to go off. Yeah, so that's constantly monitoring my heart rate, and if it goes outside certain parameters, it's designed to give me a shock.
Proving his courage to fans worldwide, goalkeepers, too, are not spared from football's darker side. In 2006, Chelsea's Petr Cech suffered one of the worst head injuries ever seen in the Premier League. A collision with Reading's Stephen Hunt left Cech with a fractured skull, forcing him into emergency surgery. For days, he struggled with memory loss.
Thing is that
unable to answer even the simplest questions about his name, the date, or where he was. After months of recovery, Cech returned to football wearing his now iconic protective helmet and went on to enjoy one of the most decorated careers in goalkeeping history. Of course, it isn't just players who face danger. Fans have also experienced terrifying moments. In 2017, after Fade-Out Maasa scored for Amiens in a League One match, jubilant Lille supporters rushed forward to celebrate. The barrier separating them from the pitch collapsed under the pressure, causing dozens of fans to tumble onto each other. While most escaped with minor injuries, several were seriously hurt. Thankfully, no lives were lost, but the images of fans piled in chaos highlighted the dangers of overcrowded stadiums. Some incidents, however, cross into pure horror. In March 2021, Paris Saint-Germain's Angel Di Maria was substituted mid-game, not because of injury, but because armed criminals had broken into his home, holding his wife and children hostage. The gang threatened his family and escaped with valuables worth $500,000. Though police later caught the criminals, the incident left deep scars. For Di Maria, it was a chilling reminder that the threats players face don't always come from inside the stadium. Then there are the moments where players actually lost their lives, at least temporarily. Fabrice Muamba, playing for Bolton in 2012, suddenly collapsed during a match against Tottenham. His heart stopped, and for 78 minutes doctors battled to revive him. A fan who happened to be a cardiologist even rushed from the stands to help. After 15 shocks to his heart, Muamba miraculously came back.
CPR, something sort of twitched in me. I turned to my brother and said, they're doing CPR, I should go and help. And my brother said, yeah, go and help.
But doctors made it clear his playing days were over. At only 24 years old, he was forced into retirement.
You can go back and play. Yeah. That's the whole hope and waiting for.
I wish we could. But you're doing your degree.
Yeah.
I assume that's all
Is
going
it
well.
totally inconceivable? You know, with the way medicine evolves and he's getting better and stronger. And
I think it's extremely unlikely.
But I wouldn't risk it.
You never forget the dream.
But I wouldn't risk it even he told me he can't play. No.
While devastating, Muamba's survival remains one of football's greatest medical miracles. Not every player is that fortunate. In 2019, Argentine striker Emiliano Sala signed for Cardiff City in what was supposed to be the start of a bright new chapter in his career. But tragedy struck when the small plane carrying him to Wales crashed into the English Channel. The pilot, flying with an expired license and in poor conditions, lost control. After days of searching, Sala's body was eventually recovered from the wreckage. The loss shook the football world, leaving fans heartbroken that a promising career ended before it truly began. And finally, one of the most emotional incidents in recent memory, Christian Eriksen's collapse at Euro 2020 held in 2021. Playing for Denmark against Finland, Eriksen suddenly fell to the ground, unresponsive. His captain, Simon Kjaer, immediately rushed to his side, clearing his airway and preventing him from swallowing his tongue, actions that undoubtedly saved his life. For 13 terrifying minutes, Eriksson received CPR on the pitch as fans and players prayed. Miraculously, he survived, and after being fitted with a heart device,
yeah, what should I say? He was gone, and we did cardiac resuscitation, and it was cardiac arrest. How close were we? I don't know. We got him back after one defib, so that's quite fast.
Christian Eriksen would not be here with us today.
I want to salute a man that really made a difference this year. This man is a hero. This is bigger than football. This is bigger than us. For me, it's the highlight of 2021. Simon Kjaer saved the life of his partner, Christian Eriksen, on the 12th of June this year. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Danish captain with us tonight, Mr. Simon Kjaer.
Eriksson returned to professional football. His comeback is nothing short of inspirational, proving that even in football's darkest moments, hope can prevail. Football may be known as the world's most popular sport, but as these stories show, it can also deliver some of the scariest and most heartbreaking moments imaginable. From near-death experiences to shocking tragedies, these incidents remind us that behind the fame, fortune, and glory, footballers are still human beings facing real risks. And yet, time and time again, they inspire us with their resilience, bravery, and determination to keep playing the game they love.